been pointed out to me that it snowed here recently. Still melting on the side. This is the old arena in Barcelona. Plaza de España area. Main Street, Barcelona. Via de los Catalanes. And Barcelona, the port. And just so you're oriented, here's Christopher Colon at the back. Military governor. This is the old port. This is a famous paseo or pass in Catalan, the name of which escapes me, and I don't have my book, so I can't tell you all the information. A better view, runs for about a kilometer, I think. We shall see. There he is. Pigeons and all. Can I tell you what this is? Because I don't have my guidebook with me. I got it in my passport. I've been to 3 countries. Nobody has recognized I've had an expired passport. It says cancel. It's stamped. 25 letters. There's Senora. La Senora. It's sickening. We're getting in the main part of this walkway. The name is the Pas La Rambla.
Dice cada uno el día suyo.
This is the flower market block. I think there must be. Let's go through the Barrio Gato, La Rambla, and this is another market. It's like a food market. Also flower. There's probably like 4 blocks on each side. This is a kilometer long of the medieval, or the old part of Barcelona. Look at the little lamb. This is about a half a square block. That's incredible. Imagine, I get this little lady. She doesn't know what to make. Right here. I saw this group in Quebec. It's from 1910. They still get around. Whole block of birds. I mean, 100 yards. A hell of a collection of doves. La Colombina, huh? Is that it? Direction. It's La Roland. And as usual, this is the Plaza top of La Rambla, down to the seaport from which I came. We take up a
I'm finished. Should have gotten the one.
This is the church of Gaudi, the architect. This is La Sagrada Familia. Sort of a dream-like thing. Whatever the dreams you put into countries and people bought it.
Glad you enjoyed it.
This is the boy. Well, you pay $4 to get in, and when you get in, there's a shell. I just told my wife that on his deathbed he smiled and said it was only a joke. Everybody rushed to get here and beat themselves to death with their cars outside. They raced across the park. I thought I was coming to Mass. This is one of the facades. That's all raw facade. He's taken some portions of it that look so Gothic. Look at the little balconies he's put up there. For one to walk up and look around. All the buses with the Japanese have arrived. All I see is teeth. This is what it will look like when it is finished. Maybe in a few centuries. But that's how the old cathedrals were built anyway. Look at his vaulting of the nave. Oh, really, this is a chancel. Reinforced concrete. But he made it look Gothic. This is a great study of tourists, all Japanese. Please note well the cameras and front seat. Front portals. You see the flying buttresses. great statue are so expressive, suggestive. This is the entombment burial. And this, I suspect, is the Last Supper. Hard to tell. And the offspring, I'm not sure. Another bus is around. Another bus is around. Sunday morning in the park. Big Hollow Cathedral. This is downtown Barcelona, Sunday morning. Reminds you of some parts of Paris.
He was much more of an artistic man.
Museums. Porte Montjuic. Sunday morning. See. Very good. This is from Montjuic Hill and Park. This is the residential suburbs of Barcelona. It must be Almi de Primero. You see the ball next to a little bitty round one. And the first man of the team is supposed to try to get closer and knock that other guy away. Discussion takes place. Here we go. Yes. Here goes again. The smog here is impossible. Terrible. You see it. That is not bad weather. That is small. This is a huge industrial city, the largest in Spain. Coming up, the Olympic Stadium. That is not the Olympic Stadium, but that is the, I think, the basketball arena, basketball boxing. And it is now February 10th, is it? And they begin on July the 23rd or 4th. I don't think they will have this place finished. But I guess that's true of all Olympics. Now this should be the Olympic Stadium. We shall see. Olympic Stadium. Sunday morning and everybody is here to see it. It is open to the public. They're showing it off to the people of Barcelona. It's free, gratuit. Super free. The sight lines are tremendous. Excellent. Probably where the flames are. Oh, it's a magnificent stadium. Seems no matter where you are, you're about 50 yards from the center of the field. Habla, amiga, ¿eh? Habla. Habla. Hola. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Casa de España under construction. This is the old bullfight station. Castles in Spain. You don't know what these trees are, but they're flowering all over. And there are bees. We're near the French-Spanish frontier. I would call this heather. It looks just like what I saw in Scotland. Spanish heather on the hills. Just starting to bloom. This is from the Otto route, the Chateau de Salsa. I have no idea what it's about, but it looks pretty. And here's a new town. Oh, looking out over it and towards the Mediterranean, which is just a few miles from here. See, look at that in the distance there. Another chateau. This is purple, or blue heather starting to bloom. We have a picnic here. This is a large lake bordering the Mediterranean. Just a little northeast of Perpignan, south of Narbonne. There's a town across the way. Kind of chilly, but churchly weather to me. New Brunswick is the capital. We're in a bar course. Here's the provincial parliament building. In the distance, there's the city of Carcassonne, or I should say the old city. It's about a square kilometer or less, half a kilometer, on the top of a hill, and it is the best preserved, fortified medieval city in Europe. Two curtain walls around the city called La Cité, built by St. Louis, from Louis IX, King of France. I stayed here in 1980 in a small hotel in the city, and we're going to go in there in a few moments. See it again. We will cross the drawbridge by car to enter. This is the entrance. Now, if you are staying at a hotel, and there's about 4 or 5 small hotels in the city, in the fortified city, and you drive there through the drawbridge, and you see the green light, or red, whatever it is now, because this has no color, but it's one way, of course. Well, you see one wall in front of you, and then beyond that, about 30 yards, and to the right of it, and beyond it, the towers of the second. This is the drawbridge. You see, over the moat. Now you see between the walls, so that if the invaders or attackers came over the wall from the left, then they were dragging into the arches on the towers and the ramparts on the right. And they were trapped there. The main street. This is how you get to your hotel, by car. You drive up that street. This is, yeah, I'm coming. Yes, dear. Fabulous. I'm waiting for St. Louis to come around with his knights, his chevaliers, or Robin Hood, Maid Marian, and Lord Nottingham. Look at this. Watch through the gate there. Huh? Marvelous, huh? Look at this. Look at this. This is St. Nazaire Church in the city.
I don't even think you had those
The high altar in St. Nazaire. This is not a very big church. I'm standing almost another quad here. In spite of the socialist government, there are still trees here. Look at the marvelous stained glass window. Strangely laid out church. This is the transept. Magnificent colors in these windows. Here, another Virgin Chapel. At the date of this guy's life. A hidden area. Uh-huh. I got me. Campari aperitivo. This is the main square of Toulouse, and this is taken from our hotel room, which is costing me nominally. And we ate over there tonight in Bistro. And this building right here is La Capitule, 17th century building. And behind it, down the street, is the Opera Toulouse. A little alley here. But it's down there. You might see the posters. They're doing a lecture this year. And an Alter Omega Opera. There's a lot of stuff like that. L'amour.
I don't think I'll ever see it again.
Ma
Unless you make another gigantic
regarde
mistake.
la place. And I tell you, when you pay for this room, you get the antiquities
If you misread the menu,
in the, look at this. It's like a museum in the room.
the room.
I think they're Visigothic phallic symbols. Well, it is Monday morning, February 10th, and that is our hotel room. If you look on the second floor of the Grand Hotel, the L'Opera, we are overlooking the square. And this is a marvelous building, which is a city hall called La Capitale, and a theater. Grand opera, ballet, chamber music, national symphonies, marvelous. Everybody is scurrying to work. The sun is only, it's 8:20, the sun's only been up for 23 minutes. It's a very dark church. This is the Church of Notre Dame de Tall. It was built in the 14th century, and it replaced a church built in the year 250, which was built to house the bones, the body of Saint-Sernin, or Saint-Tonnet. The Roman Saint-Tonnet. The French shortened it and made it Saint-Tonnet. This is now the Museum of St. Raymond. It was an ancient college and reconstructed in the 15th century. Now a museum of antique statuary. This is the Basilica of Saint-Sernin, or Saint-Sernin, Roman mortar, and the first bishop of Toulouse died around the year 250. This building, like so much of Toulouse, is built out of brick and stone. And what you see is not stucco, but an ochre, round colored brick. The facade is relatively new, but the clock tower and the nave behind the facade and the transept or chalet is 11th century. It is, of course, Romanesque. Many great medieval figures were here. St. Bernard, popes. This is the rear or east side. Over 800 years old. This gateway here is the only remains of the walls that encircle the church in the Renaissance times. And the door to the church is 11th century. The nave and the Romanesque roof, when you see how narrow the nave. Oh, I guess attended mass here. And here, two bays or aisles on each side. They're very narrow, of course, because it's a Romanesque style. Romanesque church. This church is particularly remarkably large. This is just the transept. All the votive chapels around. One chapel, the Lady Chapel, and the main altar. A low altar, going up to the top of the coffin. This is murals, original to the church, that is to say, from the 11th century. They're still representational. Another mural this summer's evening. One of the side aisles. This is Saint Exupery. Saint Sylvius, and the organ, rose window, and I've just been invited in to see the tomb of Saint Septim. Oh, say no, say On the street, I'm heading to Le Jacobin, which is where St. Dominic founded his order in the 12th century. And the first convent was here, up ahead by the tower, more than a year before he and his company went to the University of Paris. And this is the rear of the 12th century church built by the Dominicans. And surrounding it, the first university in southern France, 13th century, about 1230. The Jacques. And now, in the 12th century church, 100 years later or less, the Gothic style has been developed in the Ile-de-France, and here we see an early example. Look how spacious it is now, the small pillars, as opposed to the large pillars of the Romanesque. The light. And it isn't that the sun has come out, but there's so much light because of the windows. This is the Mother Church of the Dominicans. And the resting place of the body of St. Thomas Aquinas. This is his tomb. But you see, it's a reliquary. It's only about 4 feet long. Watch this, it's remarkable. This beautiful gilt altar is in front of him, which shows St. Dominic receiving the rosary from the Blessed Virgin. And here is an altar front that looks almost Byzantine, with Dominic receiving the rosary. It was he who made it popular in the Middle Ages, at least more popular than it had been. Oh. And this magnificent cloister. Can you hear all the pigeons? And this is a chapter house where the monks would meet with the abbot every morning, and of course St. Dominic would sit on his abbatial chair there. Exquisite. Formed faulty. The brick doorway to the chapter house. This one apparently was wide open. And the side of the Jacobin. Now the front, which I should have at this Renaissance building. Now a high school. Look at the muffled door. This is the clock for Woodrow Wilson. Well, I don't think that's him. That's his large congregation for unemployed or retired. Lured out. There's a state room. This is the main north-south street of the of South Carolina. This is the former Augustinian monastery, which is now a three-star museum of natural sculpture. Fortunately, many trees. So many little streets. Well, this is the well-known Plaza Steel, but they're tearing it apart. This is the Garonne River. To the left is west. There's another shellfish. Rock. This is a cathedral. And it's so disparate. It looks like somebody took a Lego set of parts made in the last 20 centuries and put it together. I have a granddaughter who could have done a better job designing this. But I'm sure it kind of grew over the years, centuries. And next to the cathedral. What a queer church. Now this is a nave that extends over the south, or west. It's Romanesque. Now watch. Gothic church was built later, and it doesn't even have the same axis, you see? Here's a bay. is the town of Albi and the main square. And this is Chalets in Albi, where there is a one-star Toulouse-Lautrec museum. And just here is the back of the cathedral of St. Catherine, a two-star cathedral. You'll see more. Palais de Berthe. This museum where Toulouse-Lautrec is commemorated is the former bishop's palace, and this is the 15th century chapel. I don't know where the entrance of this cathedral is, but this must be it. What a monumental door. Incredible. This church is 13th century, but the monumental door slams on itself. It's about 15. Not only is there an organ back there, but there was a mural partially hidden below and above. You'll see it in the last chapter. Decorating is incredible. And looking towards the choir, one of the great carved screens to separate the laity from the choir and the monks beyond, like lace. Cecilia, to whom the cathedral is dedicated. And into the ambulatory. The carving is complete around. To put this in some historical perspective, this entire carving. It's done 7 years before Columbus discovered America. Probably 100 statues. And look at the ceiling. Decorated in the late 1400s. And now the inside of the choir. To think that in 1792, the Directoire, government of the French, during the Revolution, ordered the total destruction of this choir. And it was saved. It was a local man intervening. The outside sculpture is Old Testament character, and now on the inside we have New Testament. The abbot's chair. Absolutely spectacular. The realism. The portal underneath the screen next to the bar. In the distance, about 2 miles away, the city of O'Day, with that magnificent cathedral. It's a people cathedral. I'm on my way to concrete, and I'll get there before the day is over, so I can see before we pass it up. This is the mountain village of Conca and the Pilgrimage Church. I think this town is closed up, except that there is a bar open, and I'm going to find out. This little village is on the top of a mountain, overlooking up there. It's just sitting on the edge of a cliff. Uh-huh. This is a village of Conca. I've been to Mass at the monastery. There are only 3 monks left. But they can celebrate at Mass, and this is our hotel and our room up there on the top floor. I think we were the only patrons last night. Maybe 2 Japanese. In the mountains, and see more. This is another medieval village. This one sits on a mountainside. And there is the famous tympanum over the doorway. This was one of the 4 cities, only 2 remain, the other 2 having been destroyed, which was staging places for northern Europeans and French to go to Santiago de Compostela in northwestern Spain This church, built and began in the 9th century, that is the 800s. St. Bernard, popes, God knows who else, have visited here, preached here. This towers, unfortunately, were added in the last century. This tympanum is considered the finest Romanesque sculpture in all of France, the Last Judgment. One could sit here for hours studying the various characters. To the left of Christ are the saved, to the right are the damned. Charlemagne is pictured. On the left, Pepin is in there. Long history and explanation. But it's how pilgrims were taught the story of the Bible and of Christ and of the church. 11th century pilgrim church. Romanesque, side aisle, and of course the nave. Side aisle on each side. This is the north transept. Watch the carvings. From the north south transept. The ambulatoire, and that may be the reliquary of the body of Saint Foy. We shall see. If not, I'll tell you. For this lovely grill in iron. From the Absolute Chapel. North aisle from near the rear of the ambulatoire. Oh no, this is the high altar, and underneath is a reliquary. And the abbot's throne. From the high altar, nave and the organ. The low altar, the choir. The ceiling of the tower of the capstan. Baltic. The head peeking over. And another one. Medieval city, and listen to the automobile truck. This is a Bible collection left to the city by a former mayor, or the village, I should say. 15th, 16th, 17th century statuary recovered from churches, etc., in this area, and furnishings. Quite a collection of furniture. The staff. This is the treasury, and allegedly the finest treasury of medieval religious art in France. And this is a reliquary of Saint Foy, gilded with jewels. She's holding two little pipes in which you would put flowers, two little flutes. I found it. This is a reliquary. It still contains some of her bones. Old liturgical garments. A stove, I believe it's stone. This is cloth that came out of the reliquary wrapped around the bones. And this also.
Fashion in the 14th century. But the head is thought to be older, to date from the 4th century, to be perhaps that of a Celtic god or goddess. It's also been thought to be the head of a Roman emperor, and that the work could be Byzantine.
This reliquary was given by Pepin of Aquitaine, 11th century. Now this reliquary is said to have been given by Charlemagne.